Remember that there are two types of hypocrisy. One is hypocrisy in aqidah, in one's faith, which means that a person is a hypocrite in heart. That a person is pretending to be a believer, whereas in reality he knows that he's a disbeliever in his heart. He's hiding kufr and he's showing iman. He's hiding kufr, but what is he showing on the surface? Iman. This person is a hypocrite how? In aqidah, in his faith. The second type of hypocrisy is that which is in amal, that which is in action. That a person is a believer in his heart. When he says that I believe in Allah in the last day, I am a Muslim, I am a believer, he actually means it. He believes in Allah in his heart. He believes in the Day of Judgment in his heart. He has all of that iman in his heart. But when it comes to actions, he resembles a munafiq. How? That a munafiq lies and this person also lies sometimes. A munafiq breaks a promise and this person also breaks his promises. A munafiq deceives and this person also deceives. So this is what? Hypocrisy in action. Hypocrisy in action. But tell me something. Who would you want to resemble? Someone who is a loser or someone who is successful? Someone who is successful. Who would you like to resemble? Who would you like to be associated with? Someone who is at a very high level or someone who doesn't have any self-respect, doesn't have any worth in the eyes of people? Someone who's at a high level. We discussed this earlier as well, that when it comes to dunya, we want the best of the best, everything. Whereas the dunya doesn't really matter much. When it comes to deen, when it comes to akhirah, that's where we should strive for the highest levels. So, we should be careful. We might say that, no, I'm a believer, I'm not a hypocrite, but we should look at our actions. Do our actions resemble those of hypocrites? From these verses, tell me, what are the actions of hypocrites? Okay, first of all, they're liars. Secondly, they're two-faced. How are they two-faced? Exactly, they say one thing, but they do the other. They say that they're believers, but in reality they're not believers. They say, for example, yes, I've done such and such, but in reality they haven't done such and such. Because a liar is who? Two-faced. What else? They deceive. A hypocrite is deceptive. He tries to deceive other people. Yes. They're foolish. How are they foolish? Exactly. They think that they can deceive Allah, but they're actually deceiving themselves. They say something, but they don't actually do it. So, these are the characteristics of who? A munafiq. Make a list of these characteristics and check yourself. Analyze yourself. Do I do this? Do I have any of these characteristics? Because if I do, then what if these sins, they increase? What if this marad increases and it completely overcomes me? I would be in great trouble. If we want to save ourselves, we must run away from hypocrisy. We must avoid it. Because, sometimes a person may think that, so what if I said a lie? Just once in a while, it's not a big deal. So what if I broke a promise? Once in a while, it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Why? It's going to lead you to more. Doesn't it happen that if a person lies once, it's easier for him to lie again? It's much easier. If a person does not do what they're supposed to, and they say that they have done it, then it's easier for them to repeat that behavior again and again. Eventually it becomes a habit, such a strong habit that they're not able to break. So don't undermine these characteristics of munafiqeen. They're very serious. And we should avoid them at every cost. You see, what's the definition of a lie? Kadhib. To say that which is contrary to reality. So whether it's a white lie, a small lie, a big lie, it's all the same. Okay? If you're saying something that contradicts the reality, it's a lie. Whether it's acceptable or not. We have to see what does Allah accept and what does He reject. With the tongue also, we end up harming other people. Sometimes people harm others with their hands, but with the tongue also we can harm. How? By lying, by deceiving, by cheating.
في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون.